Coming live from the studio, this is All Sports with Gerardo. Thank you for watching another episode of All Sports. This is your host Gerardo, and all I talk is sports. On the show today, I am going to talk about NFL football, Major League Baseball, and NBA basketball. Before I start the show, I hope you all had a great week. To start off with Major League Baseball, Yadier Molina and the Cardinals have agreed to a 1-year contract. Trevor Bauer and the Dodgers have agreed to a 3-year contract. Marcell Ozuna and the Braves have agreed to a 4-year contract extension. The Athletics traded Chris Davis to the Rangers in exchange for Elvis Andrus. The Cardinals traded Dexter Fowler to the Angels. Moving on now to NFL football, the class of 2021 that is getting inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame includes Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Calvin Johnson, John Lynch, Alan Frencha, Bill Nunn, Drew Pearson, and Tom Flores. So if we take a look at the class of 2021 that's getting inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame, first of all, congratulations to all the inductees that will get inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame this year. Hopefully later on this year there will be a Hall of Fame ceremony in Canton, Ohio, and if there is, the NFL will be inducting the class of 2020 from last year and the class of 2021 from this year. So there will definitely be a lot of Hall of Famers that will be inducted into Canton whenever that ceremony is possible. But if we take a look at the candidates that were inducted for this year, there was no doubt Peyton Manning was a first ballot Hall of Famer. He was definitely going to make it in his first year being eligible. The same with Charles Woodson. He was a first ballot Hall of Famer. There was no doubt that he was going to make it into Canton the first year he was eligible. Calvin Johnson was a little bit on the line, but there was a great chance that he was going to make it into the Hall of Fame. There was a chance that he was going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. It wasn't known, but he was going to make the Hall of Fame even if he wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he landed up being a first ballot Hall of Famer. John Lynch has been a finalist for the last few years, and last year looked like he was going to make it into the Hall of Fame with the 49ers making it to the Super Bowl. The only reason I see why John Lynch didn't make it into the Hall of Fame last year was because Steve Atwater did, and they were going to choose two players from the same position. Doesn't matter what position it is, doesn't matter what year it is, they never choose two players from the same position to make it into the Hall of Fame in the same year. So last year, Steve Atwater finally made it into the Hall of Fame, and this year, John Lynch, after being a finalist for many years, has finally made it into the Hall of Fame. And with Steve Atwater making it into the Hall of Fame last year, even though the 49ers made it to the Super Bowl, with the Buccaneers making it to the Super Bowl this year, and John Lynch played for the Buccaneers and for the Broncos throughout his career, and now he's the general manager of the 49ers, there was a great chance that John Lynch would make it into the Hall of Fame this year, and he landed up making it into the Hall of Fame. Alan Frencha, Bill Nunn, Drew Pearson, and Tom Flores also finally made it into the Hall of Fame, so congratulations to the 8 individuals that made it into the NFL Hall of Fame, and they are the class of 2021. We'll have to wait and see who makes it into the Hall of Fame for the class of 2022, but there's no doubt that there will be some first year eligible players that will be eligible, and there's no doubt they may be a first ballot Hall of Famer, make it into the Hall of Fame. DeMarcus Ware will finally appear on the ballot for the first time. There's no doubt that he will be a Hall of Famer. There will be some other first ballot Hall of Famers. There will also be some other finalists that will be on the list once again. So we'll have to wait and see who makes it in to the NFL Hall of Fame next year. But from a Broncos point of view, I would like to see DeMarcus Ware make it into the Hall of Fame. There's no doubt that he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I would like to see Randy Gradishar finally make it into the Hall of Fame. He should already be there. Also, Mike Shanahan and Dan Reeves, former Broncos head coaches, also have a chance as well. But I would definitely see for sure DeMarcus Ware making it into the Hall of Fame. And it will be another consecutive year that a Broncos player and or coach made it into the Hall of Fame. But congratulations to the class of 2021. We're going to have to see who is the class of 2022. But I hope more Broncos former players and or coaches make it into the Hall of Fame in 2022. Because there's definitely some names that definitely deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Now if we take a look at the NFL Honor Award winners, here are all the individuals that won award for the 2020 season. Justin Herbert was named Offensive Rookie of the Year. Chase Young was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. Derrick Henry was named Offensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald was named Defensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald became the third player to win Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. Alex Smith was named Comeback Player of the Year. Aaron Rodgers was named MVP. Aaron Rodgers won his 3rd MVP award. Aaron Rodgers and Derrick Henry were named the FedEx Air and Ground Players of the Year. Russell Wilson was named the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Kevin Stokowski was named Coach of the Year. The Broncos released A.J. Boye on Monday, February 8th. Marty Stuckenmeyer passed away. He was 78 years old. Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski have surpassed the Hall of Fame combination of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice for the most postseason touchdowns by a quarterback-receiver pair in NFL history. Rob Gronkowski has surpassed Hall of Famer John Stallworth for the second most touchdown catches in postseason history. Rob Gronkowski joined Hall of Famer Jerry Rice as the only players in NFL history with multiple Super Bowls with 2+ touchdown receptions. For the first time in 10 Super Bowl appearances for Tom Brady, his team was able to score a touchdown in the first quarter of a Super Bowl. At 43 years old, Tom Brady went through Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes to win his 7th Super Bowl. The Buccaneers are the first team ever to score 30+ points in 4 games during the same postseason. The Buccaneers became the 5th team to beat 3 Super Bowl MVPs in the same postseason. So right now I'm going to give you a recap of Super Bowl 55. So if we take a look at Super Bowl 55, this is everything that happened and everything you need to know about Super Bowl 55. The Buccaneers beat the Chiefs 31-9 in Super Bowl 55 on Sunday, February 7 at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers became the first team in Super Bowl history to win a Super Bowl in their stadium and in their city. The Buccaneers were the first team in Super Bowl history to play the Super Bowl in their stadium and in their city. The Buccaneers became the 5th team to play in a Super Bowl in their home state. Super Bowl 55 was at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. There were 22,000 fans at Super Bowl 55. This was the 5th Super Bowl hosted in Tampa Bay. This was the 17th Super Bowl hosted in Florida. Super Bowl 55 was the 2nd straight Super Bowl to feature both teams that primarily wear red uniforms. This was the first time the Buccaneers and the Chiefs have went against each other in the Super Bowl. The Weeknd performed the halftime show. Super Bowl 55 featured Tom Brady taking a different team besides the Patriots to the Super Bowl. Tom Brady played in his 10th Super Bowl in 21 seasons in the NFL. Tom Brady is now a 7-time Super Bowl champion with the Patriots and the Buccaneers. Tom Brady won his 7th Super Bowl. Tom Brady was named Super Bowl MVP. Tom Brady has won Super Bowl MVP 5 times. Tom Brady is the first player to win Super Bowl MVP with different teams. Tom Brady is the first player in NFL history to win the Super Bowl in 3 different decades. Tom Brady has more Super Bowl wins than all 32 NFL teams. Tom Brady became the 4th quarterback in NFL history to lead multiple teams to the Super Bowl. Tom Brady joined Peyton Manning as the only quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl with multiple teams. This was Tom Brady's 5th Super Bowl appearance in the last 7 years. At 43 years old, Tom Brady made his 3rd Super Bowl start since turning 40 years old. Super Bowl 55 featured Tom Brady vs. Patrick Mahomes. This was the 5th matchup between Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Super Bowl 55 was the first Super Bowl matchup between the last 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. This was the first Super Bowl between quarterbacks that have each won an NFL MVP and a Super Bowl MVP. Now if we take a look at the Buccaneers won Super Bowl 55 and they are Super Bowl champions. This was the 2nd Super Bowl the Buccaneers won in franchise history. The 2 times the Buccaneers have made it to the Super Bowl, they have won the Super Bowl, and they were Super Bowl champions. The first time the Buccaneers went to the Super Bowl, they went against the Raiders, they beat the Raiders, and they blew out the Raiders. The second time the Buccaneers went to the Super Bowl, they went against the Chiefs, they blew out the Chiefs, and they won the Super Bowl. So both times the Buccaneers have made it to the Super Bowl, they have won the Super Bowl, they have went against AFC West teams, and they have also blew them out when they won that Super Bowl. So the Buccaneers won Super Bowl 55 and they are Super Bowl 55 champions. Tom Brady took the Buccaneers to the Super Bowl and he won the Super Bowl in his first year with the Buccaneers. Tom Brady won his 7th Super Bowl. Now if we take a look at the Chiefs couldn't win back-to-back Super Bowls. The last team to win back-to-back Super Bowls was the Patriots in 2003 and 2004. One of the hardest things to do in the NFL and in other leagues is to win back-to-back championships. And in the NFL, only 8 teams have been able to win back-to-back Super Bowls. The last team to do it was the Patriots, and one of the 8 teams to win back-to-back Super Bowls was the Broncos. And the Chiefs could not become the 9th team in NFL history to win back-to-back Super Bowls. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers had other plans, and believe me, it is not easy, no matter what team it is, to win back-to-back Super Bowls. Tom Brady has only been able to do it once, and that is one thing Tom Brady and the Patriots were not able to do multiple times, was to win back-to-back Super Bowls. This was the 2nd Super Bowl Andy Reid lost to Tom Brady. Now if we take a look at Super Bowl 55, here is a recap of Super Bowl 55. Super Bowl 55 wasn't a close game and the Buccaneers dominated the Chiefs the entire game. The Buccaneers played good on offense and defense. The Chiefs defense couldn't stop the Buccaneers offense. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense were not able to score a lot of points against the Buccaneers defense. Believe it or not, the Buccaneers showed up. They played great on offense and defense. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers offense had a big game. The Buccaneers defense played great. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense could not play good on offense. They were only able to score 9 points, which was 3 field goals. They were not able to score any touchdowns, and the Chiefs defense could not stop Tom Brady and the Buccaneers offense. So if we take a look at the Buccaneers, Tom Brady had a big game. He threw a few touchdowns. Antonio Brown had a touchdown. Tom Brady was able to connect to Rob Gronkowski multiple times. Rob Gronkowski had 2 touchdowns, and when Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski connect, No matter if it's the regular season, the postseason, the Super Bowl, with the Patriots or with the Buccaneers, there's no doubt that they're going to have a big game and they're likely not to lose the game. So Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski connected pretty well in Super Bowl 55, which was one of the reasons why the Buccaneers were able to win Super Bowl 55. Tom Brady also was able to connect with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Leonard Fournette had a big game as a running back. He had many yards. He had a touchdown. The Buccaneers played great on offense through their passing game, through their running game. Leonard Fournette was a big factor in the Buccaneers running game. So was Ronald Jones II. Believe it or not, Lashawn Mccoy was on the Chiefs roster last season and on the Buccaneers roster this season. Lashawn Mccoy did not play a single snap in Super Bowl 54 with the Chiefs, and he did not play a single snap in Super Bowl 55 with the Buccaneers. And believe it or not, Lashawn Mccoy won back-to-back Super Bowls. Super Bowl 54 with the Chiefs and Super Bowl 55 with the Buccaneers. He did not play a single snap or a single minute in either Super Bowl. And he won both Super Bowls with both of those teams. And he was able to win back-to-back Super Bowls, not even playing in either Super Bowl. That is unbelievable. The Buccaneers defense had a big game. Ndamukong Suh was a big factor. Jason Pierre-Paul was. Shaquille Barrett had a big game. He had a few sacks against Patrick Mahomes. Devin White was a big factor. Overall, the Buccaneers showed up in Super Bowl 55. They did what they had to do in order to win Super Bowl 55. They played great on offense. They played great on defense. Their key players on offense and defense all had big games. They showed up. They played the way they needed to if they wanted to win Super Bowl 55. And they landed up winning Super Bowl 55 because of how all these players played on offense and defense. Now the Chiefs were favored to win Super Bowl 55 and win back-to-back Super Bowls. But the Buccaneers had a chance at winning Super Bowl 55. With the way they've been playing the last few weeks, towards the end of the regular season, in the postseason, and now that they were in Super Bowl 55, they had a chance at winning Super Bowl 55 if they showed up and played great football the entire game. And if key players on offense and defense had big games, they were going to win Super Bowl 55, especially with Tom Brady being their quarterback. And if the Buccaneers won Super Bowl 55, they were definitely going to make history, which they landed up making history. And even with the Buccaneers making it to Super Bowl 55, they did make history. But they were going to make more history if they were able to win Super Bowl 55. And they were able to accomplish winning Super Bowl 55 and making Super Bowl history and NFL history. The Buccaneers were able to win Super Bowl 55 at their stadium in their city. No other team has able to do that when they have hosted the Super Bowl. And it may be a while until we see that type of history be made. Very rare does the team that is hosting the Super Bowl even make it to the playoffs. And the team has never made it to the Super Bowl or won the Super Bowl the same year that they were hosting the Super Bowl. It may or may not happen again, but if it does happen again, it's probably going to be a while. And the Buccaneers were lucky that Super Bowl 55 was in Tampa Bay, because originally it wasn't supposed to be in Tampa Bay. And who would have thought that Tom Brady would have been the quarterback of the Buccaneers and leave the Patriots? No one would have ever thought of all that happening. And believe it or not, history was made in the 2020 season for the Buccaneers and for the rest of the NFL. And 2020 will definitely be a season the NFL will not forget, with the way the coronavirus pandemic affected the 2020 season and how the Buccaneers were able to win Super Bowl 55 and make NFL history. Now, if we take a look at the Chiefs, one of the reasons why they probably did not win Super Bowl 55 and they were not able to win back-to-back Super Bowls was because Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense did not have a big game. They did not play the way they usually do, and they were not able to score a lot of points. They were only able to score 9 points, which was 3 field goals. They did not score any touchdowns. And that Buccaneers defense played the way they needed to against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense if they wanted to win Super Bowl 55. And the Buccaneers defense showed up. That is one of the reasons why the Buccaneers won Super Bowl 55. They were able to stop Patrick Mahomes. They were able to contain Tyreek Hill. Travis Kelce did not have a big game, and even Clyde Edwards-Helaire was not able to have a big running game. But the main thing was that the Buccaneers defense stopped Patrick Mahomes from having a big passing game and throwing for a lot of yards and touchdowns. And all the Buccaneers did was allow short running plays and short passing games. There were no long passing yards or long running yards, which was a great thing for the Buccaneers, because that was the way they were going to win Super Bowl 55 if they were able to stop Patrick Mahomes and contain Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And the Buccaneers were able to accomplish their mission of doing all the above. The first time the Buccaneers went against the Chiefs, it wasn't good for the Buccaneers. With how big of a game Patrick Mahomes had, especially Tyreek Hill with the amount of yards and touchdowns that he got, this second time around, the Buccaneers had other plans, and they were able to stop Patrick Mahomes from having a big game, and they were able to contain Tyreek Hill, and he only had a few catches for a few yards. That was the way the Buccaneers were able to win Super Bowl 55. Stop the long passing game and stop the running game. And since the Chiefs didn't have a lot of passing yards or running yards, that is one of the reasons why the Buccaneers were able to beat the Chiefs. Now, the Buccaneers didn't care that much that they lost to the Chiefs in the first game. But now that the Buccaneers were playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, this was a more important game, and the Buccaneers wanted to win this game because it was a Super Bowl, and the Buccaneers wanted to win Super Bowl 55, which they were able to. Now, for the Chiefs defense, they were not able to stop Tom Brady and the Buccaneers offense, and the Chiefs defense did not play the way they usually do, and they had a hard time stopping Tom Brady in that Buccaneers offense, especially the passing game and even the running game. And for the first time, I had never seen the Chiefs get as many penalties as they did, because they were just not able to stop Tom Brady in that Buccaneers offense. So overall for the Chiefs, they did not play the way they usually do, especially on offense, which was one of the reasons why they lost in Super Bowl 55 to the Buccaneers. And for the Buccaneers, they showed up and they played the way they needed to on offense and defense against the Chiefs if they wanted to win Super Bowl 55. So the Buccaneers landed up winning Super Bowl 55, and they are Super Bowl champions, and they landed up winning Super Bowl 55 against the Chiefs. Now 2020 was a season to remember, with the way it was played, formatted, and how the coronavirus pandemic affected the NFL season. But believe it or not, the NFL was able to pull off a 2020 season and crown a Super Bowl champion. Now we're going to have to wait and see how this offseason plays out and how the 2021 season plays out. But there may be a chance that the coronavirus pandemic still affects the NFL in 2021. And we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. We're going to have to wait and see how certain teams play in 2021. But the NFL is looking forward to turning the page from 2020 to 2021. And we'll have to wait and see what teams make it into the playoffs in the 2021 season, and what two teams land up going to Super Bowl 56 and what team lands up winning Super Bowl 56. But there's no doubt that both the Buccaneers and the Chiefs are favored to make it to Super Bowl 56 and possibly win Super Bowl 56. And there is a great chance that the Buccaneers could win back-to-back Super Bowls. We'll have to wait and see if that happens. But both the Buccaneers and the Chiefs will have about the same team they had in 2020 for 2021. And the Buccaneers will still have Tom Brady in 2021. And there's no doubt that when Tom Brady is your quarterback, you definitely have a chance at winning the Super Bowl. And we'll have to wait and see what team wins Super Bowl 56. There's no doubt that both the Buccaneers and the Chiefs have a chance at making it and possibly winning Super Bowl 56. And the Buccaneers definitely have a great chance at winning back-to-back Super Bowls. We'll just have to wait and see what happens in 2021 and how the 2021 season plays out, especially if the coronavirus pandemic possibly still will affect the 2021 season. Super Bowl 56 will be next year in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, and we'll have to wait and see what two teams land up going against each other and what team wins Super Bowl 56. But overall, Super Bowl 55 was a great Super Bowl. It will definitely be a Super Bowl to remember, and the 2020 season will definitely be a season to remember. Moving on now to NBA basketball, Carmelo Anthony moved into 12th on the all-time scoring list. LeBron James moved into 3rd in all-time field goals made. LeBron James is the only player in NBA history to have 800 career regular season games of 25-plus points. Bradley Beal passed Michael Jordan for the most consecutive games with 25-plus points to start a season. In 44 games, Zion Williamson tied Blake Griffin as the fastest active player to reach 1,000 career points. Nikola Jokic became the first center with 50-plus points and 10-plus assists since the three-point era. LaMelo Ball joined Steph Curry and Jason Kidd as the three rookies to have 7-plus three-pointers and 10-plus assists in a game. Zach LaVine and Kobe White became the first teammates to make 8-plus three-pointers in a game. The Pistons traded Derrick Rose to the Knicks in exchange for Dennis Smith Jr. and a 2021 second-round draft pick. Moving on now to the show, what to watch for this week in sports: the Nuggets, NBA basketball, the Avalanche, NHL hockey, college basketball. Moving on now, on the next show, I will talk about NFL football, Major League Baseball, NBA basketball, and NHL hockey. I hope you all have a great week. Tune in to the next All Sports with Gerardo show next week. I want to say thank you to everybody that listens to All Sports. Subscribe or like my pages on social media at All Sports with Gerardo. Until next time, this is Gerardo.